I am sitting here and recording this on November 11th, the day of all the Pasadena regionals for the Bandai card games. It's 1 o'clock my time, so it's probably 10 a.m. in California time. While all these people are out there playing card games, I decided that I wanted to spend my weekend doing something fun and exciting, like go to Toronto, hang out with friends and people, and play games, and go see the sights, and eat food, and have a good time. And I was looking forward to a very stress-free weekend with no annoyances, nothing crazy happening, just all positive energy, no negative energy. But then before I was about to leave, which was, 9 minutes ago, I decided to look at my phone, and I looked in one of my group chats, and I saw something really startling, something really kind of depressing or exciting, depending on what side of the fence you're on. So the Digimon Regionals, and I'm rounding numbers here, has 500 people. Rounded, 500 people. For Digimon standards, that's pretty normal. Okay, sure, whatever. BSS has their own little corner there, table, doing their thing. Okay, they're small, we know, it's fine. Whatever. Sucks to be them, but what can you do? One Piece has 1,500 players playing in regionals. 1,500. That's, for those of you that aren't math scholars, that's roughly 3 times the amount of people that are playing Digimon. 1,500. If you're a One Piece player, honestly, you're eating really well. The transition to One Piece is probably the best decision of your life, because if you're a content creator or you have a Patreon, you're popping off because you decided to go the One Piece route, and good for you. Or if you're a player that wants to get competitively, engineered into the game, you're getting rewarded because the events are always packing up. I don't know why I said it that way. The events are always filling up and maxing out on rounds, maxing out on prize support, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a One Piece event that doesn't cap, IRL or online. So you One Piece players, I want to congratulate you for making the move, because it seems to be the best decision of your lives for one reason or another. Now, as a Digimon player, let me tell you something here. I find this to be very depressing. I'm going to explain to you why here. So, granted, COVID circumstances aside, the Digimon card game started in 2020, end of 2020 in North America. And because of COVID, it restricted the ability to have in-person events. Everything had to be online. And for the first, year, when they started doing things, these online events were capping. In minutes, they would cap. Immediately. 500 people, gone, just like that. If you weren't there literally at the minute of sign-up, you lost your spot. It's unfortunate. Truly a depressing time to be alive back in those days. However, IRL events started popping a little bit here and there, and they always had good or full attendance. You know what I mean? And there was definitely the avenue to expand participation in tournaments. These TOs or Bandai could have said, yeah, how about the 1,000-person Digimon Regional? Have fun. You can do it. And back then, we had the numbers where it would have been very easy to do. Simple. Extraordinarily brain-dead easy. And it would have filled, and there would have been lots of money to be made, and it would have been a good time. So, now, we look at Digimon in 2023, and what are we dealing with? We are dealing with events that don't cap right away, if they even cap at all. A very, very slim amount of IRL events, less in 23 than in 2022. Sadness, depression, anxiety. These are all things that as a Digimon player you might be experiencing if you're looking for a more fulfilled experience. It's like someone like me who loves the Digimon card game. And before I go even further, I just want to let you guys know this is not a Digimon is dying video. Because I don't think Digimon's dying. I think Digimon's actually in a good spot relative to everything that's been going on. I think Digimon's doing fine. But what really grinds my gears, what really pisses me off, is what could have been. You see, I understand that One Piece is a popular IP, and, they attracted people to the game, people love it, and that's fine. But so is Digimon, right? Might not be as big as One Piece, but Digimon is a fan favorite for many, many, many individuals that play the card game. Head over heels Digimon before anything else. And that's how it is. We could have had events, or we could have events of 1,000 plus people if Bandai or the TOs responsible would just get their heads out of their butt. They're making logistical business decisions, riding the One Piece wave, because guaranteed profits, guaranteed income, and all of that. I respect those choices. I do. But with a little bit of change and adapting and seeing what works from One Piece, Bandai and the TOs that Bandai holds responsible for events could make Digimon just as big. I truly believe that. And it frustrates me to no end at all that Digimon could have blown up and could have been the size of One Piece had Bandai just changed their minds. We never got serialized prize cards in Digimon, you know what I mean? For example. That's something that could have happened. That would have been a very good incentive to get people playing the game. And they just whiffed on it. Like, Bandai decided not to do it. Why? I have no idea. I literally don't know why a company wouldn't maximize every potential revenue source available to them. They're doing that with One Piece. I don't know why you wouldn't do that with Digimon. I don't understand it. I don't understand why a massive company like Bandai wouldn't want to make themselves more massive. It doesn't make sense. It makes no logical sense. So that makes me make the thought process that they just don't want to do it, which sucks. Truly, truly sucks. And if I talk about Digimon like it's getting the stick, the shaft, but God, look at BSS. Look at One Piece. That's not One Piece. DBS. BSS had a freaking $1 million prize circuit. What did that do? Nothing, almost. What about DBS? They're doing a reboot. We'll see what happens. But DBS is also just in the toilet, getting flushed 10 to 15 times. Like, Digimon has it bad, and I feel way worse for those other people in those card games. Some of them have their niche and they love it, but it's not a big, thriving community. It's a smaller group of people that are just making it work. Digimon can do it. Digimon has the player base to make it work. The Digimon players have to stop sitting on their butts, twiddling their thumbs, and they have to do something. Like, you guys remember RB1? How so many people, when the first draft of the North American set was released to us, how people were just pissed off of Bandai? They made such a stink that it caused Bandai to do a 180 and change their mind about it. Whether that was for better or for worse is a subjective thing. I won't dive into it right now. But if the Digimon players made a big enough stink about the tournaments and the prizing and all of this, if they made the same amount of stink as with the reprint set, we could make change. The players could make change. But no one wants to do it. And it's sad. So, how am I going to leave this video off? Digimon is not dying, first of all. Digimon is fine. But Digimon could be a lot better. There wouldn't even be the meme that Digimon is dying if just, it had the same treatment as One Piece. It wouldn't even be conceivable. You'd get crucified for thinking something like that if it was in the same boat as One Piece. But it is not. And that's where these comparisons come from. People look at Digimon and they look at One Piece and they say, the scales aren't even. And it's true. They're not even. Not even close to even. So, I'm just making this video to express a point. If the Digimon players want 1,000-player events, they need to stand up for themselves. And we need to communicate that to Bandai, and we have to do something about it. If we want more IRL events, same thing. If we want better prize support, same thing. If we want more regular ban lists like One Piece seems to have, or rebates on ban lists even, the Digimon players have to step up and communicate to Bandai and do something. Because if we don't, One Piece players aren't going to care about Digimon, and they don't need to care about Digimon. They can do their own thing. But Digimon might get left in the dust, comparatively speaking. Digimon may never die. I still think it's a very long way away from doing that, dying. But comparatively, we could be left in the toilet to One Piece. And I know the Digimon player base doesn't want that to happen. So the Digimon player base wants to do something. This is what you can do. Talk, communicate, spread the message. Let's see if we can make Digimon great again. That's all I got.